All right, welcome to another strength workout. With this workout, you're gonna need a lot of things. I went a little crazy. We're gonna use everything, I think. We're gonna have our band. We have, super band. Whichever size you have, we'll do the best we can with that. Kettlebell. If you have a dumbbell, we should be able to make it work with a dumbbell also. And a slider. If you don't have one of these fancy sliders, a furniture mover also works perfectly fine, or a paper plate. That'll work as well. So any of those. Also, I just see it on here. You will need, I'm gonna send them in hot, Coach. Let's see if you can catch.
Jeez.
Coming in. Watch your six. There you go. You will need some pillows, okay? If you have a BOSU, if you have something fancy, maybe you even have a FID bench, a flat incline decline bench, something like that, we are going to need to elevate our shoulders up off the ground in an inclined position. So we're gonna literally, if you have a kitchen sink, you might as well bring it as well, because we are doing everything, including the kitchen sink, in this workout program. So those are what you need. 1, 2, 3. I don't think we've ever done 4 pieces of equipment, but if you need to hit pause, go and get that stuff. Come back, hit unpause. All right, unpause, or just play. You can hit play again. I think that's the same as unpause. All right, we're starting with 10 jumping jacks, seal claps, and crisscrosses. Ready? Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms out in front. We'll open that chest up nice and wide. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms wide. Feet wide. Crisscross everything in the middle. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we'll grab our band. What we're going to do is a rotational lunge with a lift. Okay? So, a lunge with a rotational lift. Let's get the rotation on the right thing. So, our lift is going to go from the side, up and around on the other side. Side, up and around on the other side. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the side, up and around, and balance. Okay? Now, week 1, day 1, first day of the week, you might not need to add the balance to it. So what I can do is go from here and rotate and bring it back. It's still multi-planar. You're moving forwards and backwards in the sagittal plane. Your balance is tested in the frontal plane, and you're rotating through the transverse plane. Multi-planar movements are challenging in its own right. So we're going to do that for 45 seconds. Then we might as well just switch right to the other side on this one. 45 seconds on the other side. Then we're going to do a figure 4 squat. You might have something to hold on to. I recommend having something to hold on to. If you don't need something to hold on to, that's fine too. I'm going to use a wall. Figure 4 squat. I'm going to cross one leg over. I'll squat down as low as I can go. Stand back up. Squat down as low as I can go. And stand back up. So I'm activating the leg that is doing the squatting, and I'm really opening up the hip on the leg that is crossed. Cool? Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. I don't believe we have a timer for this one, so that's where my handy dandy stopwatch comes in.
Yes.
Okay, so if your left leg steps back, you start rotating on the right side, and vice versa on the other side. Which one are you going to switch? Other side. Yes, that's it. All right, do that one, because I'll do the same one. 45 seconds, ready, and begin. Back, then rotate, keep a lot of tension in that band. And really rotate. Bring this up and around. Your band is kind of corkscrewing around your body, kind of like a spiral staircase would go. And that back leg steps straight back. Reverse lunge, tactical lunge, and time. Woo!
Oh, that'll get you starting to warm
Yeah,
up
a
a
little
bit.
more challenging than a lot of people might think. All right, we're gonna go in 5 seconds. Other side. Ready and begin. Work on that range of motion. That's what our 1A, 1B is all about. Balance, stability, posture. You gotta have all of that. And we want to really activate that, wake that up before we start doing heavy lifts. Five more seconds. And time. Woo! You can put the band down. It will not help you in the next one. That's right?
Yeah.
All right.
Looks way easier than it is.
Way easier. And if for those of you that added, now that you're getting into it, if you can add that stability element into it as well, it's a whole nother level. Now you're really activating that nervous system as well. Okay. Let's reset this timer. Come on, timer. Oh, gotta hit the X. All right, so if you need to have something here for balance, go ahead. Figure 4 squat. Anything that you need. Might be the arm of the couch is maybe a good height, back of the couch. All right, 45 seconds, ready and begin. So we're gonna go down and up. Make this dynamic. If your leg starts sliding down, grab it, pull it back up. Some people hold the leg there the whole time. Woo, booty's getting fired up.
Oh, yes.
15 more seconds. I put my other arm out in front as my counterbalance.
Yeah. Use all your advantages.
And time. Tell you what, me falling over in last month's video, that was a big hit with people. Boy, did they like letting me know they saw me fall over. I'm not gonna do it on this one.
Don't do it.
Here we go.
You're under pressure now. Might find one leg to be more stable than the other, maybe a little easier to hold that leg up.
And sometimes it's not that leg's more balanced, but maybe the opposite hip is a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
That will also, if you don't have the range of motion or that fluidity and looseness in that hip, you're not going to go very far down. You start cramping.
Yeah.
Like my hamstring right now.
Uh-oh. Fight through
And
it.
time. Woo! Hammies. There we go. All right.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm.
Feeling warmer.
Yeah, that was a thing that just happened. I'm not sure it was positive, negative, but it just happened. All right, 4 different exercises. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do sets of, it might be 6 to 8 or 10 to 12, depending on the movement, if it's gonna be single-sided or if you're gonna do them at the same time. You're going to do them in, again, the sets of 6 to 8 or 10 to 12, then rest. Then do it again and rest, do it again and rest, do it again and rest. You're probably going to get anywhere between 3 and 5 sets in during this time. And the time is going to be 3.5 minutes. In the minute rest is when I am going to demonstrate what the next exercise is going to be.
Oh.
Okay? Now
You're gonna keep us in suspense.
Well, only for one. When they watch it again, they'll know exactly what's coming up.
True.
Just for the first one. So I will keep you in suspense for the first one. First exercise that we are going to do. We have done the floor press a lot. And we've done the floor press in a lot of different ways. We are going to elevate it. We're going to make it incline. So what we will do is grab some couch pillows or any type of pillows, and we're going to lean back on it, okay? Now, if you have a Bosu, if you have something like that, even one of those small little foam rollers will work. Anything that's going to elevate your shoulders up off the ground. From there, we're going to do that floor press. Now, you'll be able to get a little bit more range of motion. Obviously, because I'm elevated, my elbow can go lower. However, you're using a smaller muscle group, so you might not be able to lift as heavy of a weight, okay? So something that you were able to do, maybe 10 reps, flat down on the ground, you might only be able to get to 6 or 8 with this. When you switch sides, that's really all the time that you should need, because that, to get it to the other side and press, should take you 20 to 30 seconds and go back. By the time also you're done your 6 to 8 reps on one side, the other side has rested. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Some of you might need, if you get the tiny little pillows, like they really don't have any purpose other than decoration, you might need like 12 of those pillows stacked up. Otherwise, you might need 1 or 2, depending on the size of the pillow. Oh, you're going with the, okay.
Well, I'll trade.
Okay.
You want to trade?
Oh, I didn't know you didn't have an 8 over there. Or a 12. All right, I'm going to try the 12, or the 16. Ooh, this might be a little much.
I know you can do it. You want me to do
I got one right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to do a double press.
I thought maybe that would be closer.
All right, 3.5 minutes. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, begin. All right. Oh, this is no joke right here. This incline really makes you use that core.
Yeah, it does.
That way you don't go falling off the pillows. Oh. That's
Glad that we have some nice turf here to be able to
drag it
slide
across.
stuff around.
The pro tip is to take it underneath of the legs instead of across the body.
16 kilo.
Right? As you press, I find a lot of people will have their wrist bent like this because of the shape of the kettlebell. You want to make sure your knuckles are pressed straight up to the ceiling. You might have to adjust the kettlebell so that it feels a little more comfortable, but don't let that kettlebell bend your wrist. Stack knuckles over wrist over elbow. 2 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know if that sounds very encouraging, but
I didn't say if it was left to 2 minutes left or we're done 2 minutes. Good, make sure your butt is setting on the floor. You're not in a hip bridge. Just your shoulders are elevated.
All right, guys, we have about 80 seconds. You start talking about seconds, that's when you know you're getting down to it.
Breaking a sweat.
Yeah, it's definitely getting tougher. Ooh.
Especially if you take that elbow all the way back down to the floor each time.
Oh yeah.
Get that full range of motion. About 20 seconds left. This is where I see people in the rush. I gotta get more reps in. I'm like, not necessary. I'm gonna use mine as a little rest.
A little extra rest.
A little extra rest, and next time, maybe I can get more in as the month goes on.
Yeah. Like, for example, I just did 6, so next I do 8, and then next time around do 8, and I'll have more reps in.
All right, the next one, we're just gonna do a squat. Basic squat. But here's what I wanna see us do. There are 3 different progressions, if you will, with the squat, depending on what weight you have. You can do the squat, the full goblet squat, all the way down, all the way up. If you are lucky enough to have 2 kettlebells, and you bring both kettlebells up like this is a half rack squat. Or, sorry, that was a full rack squat. This is your half rack squat here, okay? If you're gonna do your goblet squat, 10 to 12. If you're gonna do a half rack squat, 6 to 8 each side. Okay. All right, coach, okay. I see.
All the cracky knees now.
Holy cow.
Turn up your music at home.
I'm blaming it on the weather.
Age has nothing to do with it.
Age has nothing to do with it.
Oh boy. All right, I'll take a little breather there.
Now when I do my, depending on what the architecture of the workout calls for, if you saw me there, I was doing an assisted or supported half rack hold, because as you go back to back to back to back, I just don't want my stabilizers to start burning out. I want to have this be primarily a leg exercise. If we went to another exercise and then came back to it, I would have just fought through it. But
yeah, those are the little details that help get you a little extra edge, a little more work in.
Nice tempo. Oh, Fancy Pants over there going to do 12.
Yeah.
Great. Comments are going to be, she did 12 and she's using the same weight as you. What's up with that, Coach Corey?
Okay. I'm talking way less.
You're
It's all in the talking.
Woo! It's all in the talking. All in the talking points.
But that goblet hole will get your
Heart rate going.
Up. As soon as you put that kettlebell down, oh, I can breathe again.
My zone will be green, then yellow.
Some nice warm
You gotta
colors.
let it come down. If you are using a my zone, one of the cool things, heart rate zone training is don't watch the time, watch your recovery.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we're recovered.
Yep.
Recovery I count as like dropping about 2 colors on the my zone. If you're at yellow, get back down to blue. If you got up to green, get back down to dark gray. I gotta be even.
Yeah, that's the only thing about the half rack. You gotta get
Even
both
and out.
sides out.
All right, the next one we're going to use is going to be our band. Now, we are going to do a single-sided row. So this can be done from the standing position. I prefer the seated position. And we're going to pull one side only. Now, if you have a light band, like Coach has a 1/2-inch band, that's a little light for her. What I would challenge her to do is pull them both back, but only row one side. Woo! This is a 6 to 8. And then switch 6 to 8, switch 6 to 8, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out.
All right.
Up nice and tall. There you go. And that's keeping the other opposite side of Coach's row movement fired the whole time. Six to 8 on one side, 6 to 8 on the other side. Some might need to rest, shake it out. Others, once you're done one side, and you don't need to shake it out, your rest might have been in while the other side was rowing. You can get right back into it. Warming up over there in that hoodie, sweatshirt.
Finally, January, depths of winter. Calls for more layers.
Yeah. Woo.
Oh boy.
2 minutes to go.
Oh my goodness.
Feel it. Give a little shoulder roll every now and
I
then.
have to just ditch the sweatshirt altogether.
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
That's when you know it's official. Officially warmed up.
Woo!
Sure, I'm glad you've been working out the resistance in that band.
Oh, feels like it just unwrapped it. Oh, it's so tense.
I know. It's cold weather.
Blame it on the weather.
There you go.
When in doubt. My joints are cracking. The band is too much tension.
All weather related.
All weather related.
All right, how are we doing on time?
About 40 seconds to go.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
I'll get you 6 on each side. Slow and controlled.
Also think about drawing the elbow back. So think about touching your elbow to the wall behind you rather than pulling on that band. All right, just a few seconds. That'll even us out.
Oh. All right. The next one we're going to need is our slider, okay? What we're going to do is a single leg deadlift. So, unweighted, it looks like this. I'm going to slide back and then come up. Make sure there's nothing behind you when you're doing that, okay? So I'm here, just like a normal deadlift, I shift my hips back, except that leg comes back. So think of a single leg deadlift, but this time the foot just travels. You can hold the kettlebell in one of two ways, either with two hands or a single arm. Whatever you choose. All right, this is a 6 to 8 on each side. We're going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Slide and up. There has to be slight little bit of weight in that slider foot, enough to keep your foot on the slider, but not enough to make it not move.
That's the tricky part.
That's the finesse. Oh, that last rep was terrible. What are you doing, 8?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Summer's coming.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually. Keep the shoulders square. One common thing I see with this one is as people slide back, they twist. So one shoulder drops below the other shoulder. And you always want to keep those shoulders nice and square.
The other thing about this too is I find that people get kind of mixed up with the whole slider, and at the end of the day, it's still a single leg deadlift. So think about where you want to feel it. You really want to feel it in the glute of that plant leg. So if you're feeling it in the back or anywhere else, then just check in with your form. It's just a single leg deadlift variation.
So my single leg deadlift looks like this, and up, and with the slider. Yeah, listen, nothing really changed. Whoa, this is challenging on this new turf.
Yeah.
I got the case of the wobbles.
You do leave a nice big footprint though.
Yes, you do.
You know where your foot was planted.
If you're doing a single arm, some people like to pretend there's a kettlebell on the other side.
Yeah.
And that'll keep their hands even. Video just sounds.
All right, 60
Minute to
seconds.
go. Minute to win it. All right, single arm. You want to make sure the kettlebell is on the same side as the slider. If you're doing the two hands, it doesn't really matter. You're working both. This and the squat and that figure 4 squat, booties are going to be burning.
Yes.
Gotta keep working. This year Santa got it mixed up. I asked for a fat wallet and a thin waist. He got it backwards.
That was good.
And time.
Last one.
Woo!
Wow.
All right, turn that off. You can move your slider or paper plate or whatever you chose to use off to the side. But we're still going to use that weight, kettlebell or dumbbell, for this next one. All right, 2 exercises. What we're going to do is 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, 30 seconds of work, and then a full 60 seconds rest. What I want to do is give you enough time to let that heart rate come down. This is power, not just straight cardio. Okay, so I want it to be power where I started seeing people, when we've done this in the past, maybe it was a squat jump, and round 1, they're touching the ceiling. Round 3, their feet are barely coming up, they've lost all power. Yeah. So I want to make sure that there's enough rest and recovery so that round 2 and round 3, you have power. So the first one that we're going to do is going to be a side lunge.
Let's get this out of here.
With a clean, all right? So I'm going to do a side lunge, clean, okay? Side lunge, clean. Cool, all right. The power comes in the coming back to the starting position. This is control, power, all right? And that's really what power is all about, control and then power. There's never uncontrol in power, all right? So that's the first one. Second one we're going to do is going to be a swing with a high pull. So, swing, high pull. Swing, high pull. That can be done single arm as well, okay? Depending on the weight that you have or dumbbell that you have. Side lunge clean, that's got to be single arm. Yes, that is. Doesn't have to be single arm. You can do side lunge, clean, depending on the weight that you have. All right.
Dumbbell, what do you think? Same kind of...
Same clean motion, yep.
Alrighty.
While you find your weight, Coach, one thing I don't get to do while I'm demonstrating.
I was going to say, are you going to take a water break at any point?
Well, I just did.
Zipping right through it.
All right. We have a timer for this. Mm-hmm. All right. Get all one side, then all the other side. So this is actually going to have to be a 4-rounder.
So...
Side lunge all one side.
Uh-huh.
Then the
high pull.
Okay. Then side lunge the other side. High pull. Side lunge, high pull, side lunge, high pull.
Oh.
Yeah? It's going to be a 4.
Woo, Coach!
This is going to be good. Now, you might adapt it online or at home if you want to do one where you alternate from side to side. That would have to be the two-handed. That would have to be the two-handed. Do you want to do that one? Make it 3 rounds as opposed to 4 rounds?
I'm up for it.
You're up for what?
The full Monty.
All right.
That's how we do it online.
Okay. We're going to do it. It said times 3. It's going to be times 4. Are you ready? I think it's timer 30:15. I think it's timer 3.
I think so.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, begin. Yes, I got it right. So side lunge, clean. Side lunge, clean. Drive out of that side lunge. Control it in, drive it out. And time. Woo!
I'm not cold anymore.
No. Especially when you power out of that. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Clean, hot pull. Don't hit yourself in the chin. Bring it up towards your chin. But please don't actually hit yourself in the chin. Elbows go higher than the wrists. 8 more seconds.
Oh boy. Woo!
Time. That's one. Here we go. Let's hurry up. All right. I'm gonna make sure these EQs don't go anywhere over here. Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
Sweating. I feel it in the hat, body, sweat. This one's a good one.
Starts getting that heat trapped in.
All right. Let's see. I went this way. I go the other way now. Gotta remember which sides you do.
It's the one advantage of the single arm. The one.
Gotta remember which side I did. 10 seconds. 5. Here we go.
Woo!
That was some power.
Yeah, I was overloading there.
Take you right through the wall. Eight more seconds. Woo! All right, it's only 15 seconds. Gotta get back into that clean high pool. Seconds. Keep driving. Push into those feet.
Here we go.
That's key. The drive is key. Keep the drive alive. Time. Woo! All right. Now, if you want to make this your third and final set, all that you would do, side lunge, clean, into side lunge, clean on the other side, okay? Otherwise, keep that single arm stuff.
All right, get a water drink.
All right.
Water break time.
All right.
We have time for it.
Recover, you gotta recover. This isn't just a basic power move, this is a complex one, so.
It really is.
You've got to make sure that you're recovered enough. Last thing I want to see is somebody taking a kettlebell to the ankle. Ten more seconds.
Getting close. Oh, this is January work right here.
That's it.
Starting off 2021.
New year, a new you. It's the same me. I'm just getting after it a little different than I was the last quarter.
That's right. Woo! Building the heat. Almost there too. And rest.
All right. Last one, last one.
One more set.
You got this. That's the best set.
Just breaking it down to one rep at a time.
This is where people come in after the first week. Oh, what do we do? So sore, everything hurts. You didn't get any weaker from last week. We just changed it up. You're hitting different muscle groups at different angles. By the end of January, you'll be flying through this one as well.
Yep. I'm ready for February. Groundhog Day.
It's short. It's the short month.
Even though it's been Groundhog Day.
That's right. All right.
Here we go, guys. Heading to the finish line. If you're stuck with us.
Keep driving out of that lunge. That's the key. Push. Push. Eight more seconds to go. That'll get you 2 or 3 reps. This is it. Last one. Clean with a high pull. There's not much rest in between them. Only in between the sets.
Yes.
3, 2, here we go. Halfway, 15 more seconds to go.
Oh boy. Here we go. Last little bit. All the way through that whistle. Oh goodness gracious.
Woo! That's good.
That'll work you.
I'll get some calories burned.
Yes.
That's some holiday cookies and eggnog taken care of.
Oh yes.
Wiped clean.
Getting back at it. Back into the routine.
I like it a lot.
It's tough to do, but it feels good to do it.
Yeah. That's it. Woo!
Hydration break.
All right. I'll listen.
Yeah. You know you're done when your 24-ounce cup is empty.
That is true. Well, I think I put 1 too many scoops and I'll make you pucker. That's like
a few extra branched chains, huh?
It's like those really sour candies that you can get. That's what it tastes like. That's what that tastes like. All right, let's go ahead and start standing with a standing quad stretch.
Ooh. Feels good.
Yeah. Did find myself sitting a lot more last week during that break than I am used to, which honestly isn't bad. It's not a terrible thing.
Right.
One day I watched a movie. I kind of was like, I can't remember the last time I sat and watched a movie. All right, let's take 1 foot forward and sit back. So it's not a bad thing. It's just a bad thing if it continues, if it extends, if it becomes part of your routine.
Right.
Then that's not a good thing. Then switch. That's like people on Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving meal isn't bad. I mean, it's almost 4,000 calories in a single meal, but it's the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
The leftovers that linger.
Yeah, and that extends to 4 days, and that's where it's not good.
Right.
So, let's take it down to the ground, into our child's pose. So, Christmas, which was on a Friday, extended into Saturday, and then into Sunday. And then you did some pre-New Year's prep. And then you did a New Year's thing.
And then it was a whole New Year's weekend.
And then it was a New Year's weekend. And come forward. Now you don't have to just balance out one day. You have to balance out in another week or two. And that's where the struggle. And relax. So we're gonna go hands and knees. Arch your back up and down. Average American gains 4 to 7 pounds annually, which doesn't seem that much. It's like 1/3 of a pound a month to 1/2 a pound a month. That's no big deal. Barely even notice that. But the stats show us that actually they gain it between Halloween and New Year's Day. That's substantial. Yeah. We're going to take one arm, thread it all the way underneath, and rotate it up to the ceiling. I always start on my good side. I need to remember. I probably say that on every video.
You know, one thing I did, because, you know, I was the recipient of some nice treats,
and switch sides,
cookies, things like that, which were more than I could eat in even a couple days. So I took them and I kind of hid them away so I couldn't see them. And so that was my trick, because if I didn't see them every day when I opened up my pantry or came down to the kitchen and saw them on the counter, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Let's take one leg up underneath. One thing that you've said, and I didn't even know you could do it, was you sometimes will freeze cookies.
I definitely do that too.
And then every now and then you can pop out, you know, if you freeze them in baggies of like 3 or 4 as opposed to
it's really
a dozen.
hard to spontaneously eat a brick also.
You gotta really plan it ahead.
You have to plan it out and really be purposeful. And not to say that I haven't tried.
Switch sides. You went to the dentist for a chipped tooth off of a frozen chocolate chip cookie. Dr. PJ is like, I'm sorry, what were you doing again? You were eating a frozen chocolate chip cookie?
Yeah.
Desperate times.
That's right. But yeah.
And last one, sit on the butt. Let's bring it to the center here. Yeah, that's, if you can then portion out the cookies in a baggie or whatever and put them in the freezer, and you only break out 2 or 4.
And it works for cake and brownies and things like that too, so.
Great, now you're making me hungry. I'm gonna have to stop off at Harris Teeter and go on a spending spree. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We said consistency was key. We talked about that in all of our December videos. We even did a workout challenge and see how many you could get. Now is when these are landmark moments where, you know, we start New Year's. This is a new year, a new you. Use this motivation in your favor. Help motivate other people. Get an accountability buddy. Start a little Facebook group where you share recipes. Do things like that, and that will help keep you. If you're in a community where people are very like-minded, it's one of the most powerful things I think about Go Performance is that they're all like-minded, similar people, working families, like that, and that's what makes us mesh so well. So get yourself a group like that. Maybe 5 or 6, don't get 30 people. Get people that will know if you're not there. If you're one of 30, they'll be like, oh, who's missing today? I don't know. And be part of a group that's gonna help keep your motivation all the way through the first quarter. Now it's summer, you still have that solid core, that nucleus of friends that's gonna help hold you accountable for the long haul. So just an idea, pro tip there. What you got for them, Coach?
Oh, I gave my secrets already today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We pulled them out of the freezer.
Yes.
Pulled those secrets right out of the freezer. All right, high five, high five, everybody. Thank you. Make sure that you subscribe. If you like the video, like it. Because we really watch these and listen to your comments, and we adjust accordingly. So if there's anything that we can improve on, we are not professional fitness actors here, so give us some tips and let us know what we can do to help your home on-demand fitness experience. Guys, thank you and have a great rest of your day.